You see what's happening? Go on my hair. Real quick, I just wanted to make this video. I wanted to make this video and just, there was something that happened, I think like a week or two ago, in terms of I made a post and it was like a short, made a YouTube short. The cat's using the bathroom right there. And there was something, it was something that I said. What I'll do is I'll probably like tag it, or I'll link it somehow so that way you can see what I'm talking about, because I don't have time to really edit it and show you the clip, which would be cool if I did, but I don't. And yeah, somebody had sent a comment, and I thought it was really important. From my understanding of what I read, pretty much saying like, you said all this stuff, and just to say that, oh, but I'm just an EDM producer. I don't want to talk about that. So pretty much what the video was about was talking about, I think, my faith and just how to grow in it and something of that extent. I don't know exactly. I don't remember. But it was just something where I was some leadership role, some leadership thing I was saying. And, it was this a lot of words. And then right after I said, but I don't know, because I'm an EDM producer. I'm just a producer. And the guy commented, and I read it for a little bit, and I sat with it. I'm like, makes sense. And so what I took away from it was that I cannot just go out and boldly profess something and claim something, even if it's not the gospel, and it's just like, hey, this is how you grow your music. Hey, this is how you do this. Like, I can't go and profess that, but then on the backhand say, but I don't really know. I don't know. There's actually a meme. There's a meme that's out there that's very similar. It's like when your homeboy's giving you life advice, but ends it with, I don't know though, just in case. So, you can't blame him for ruining your life, something like that. And I think that is very true for when I made that post as well. And I apologize. Just want to put that out there. Like, I'm very sorry, and I apologize, and I repent that I even did that in the first place. Not that the post was wrong. The post was right. It's just going back on the end and being like, well, I don't really know. I never want to be a person, believer, producer, spokesperson, whatever you want to call it, that says one thing but isn't really confident in what he's saying and what he's talking about. Pretty much, I am fighting a confidence thing, because it's very weird, just because in the era that we're in, where you can just put a camera in your face and record and say something so profound, and people are like, oh, and they eat it up. And now you're considered like a leader to some people, or you considered just somebody higher than other people because you decided to do something different than most people. You decided to speak when others were silent, and you decided to make a stance when other people would not. And that's awesome. But I notice sometimes that people can get in a place to where, like, yes, I stand for this thing, but don't come for me if I'm wrong. And for me, the gospel is true. It's not mine. You can actually see it in the word too. A lot of times when Paul was writing the letters, he was letting you know, hey, this gospel isn't my gospel. This is the gospel of Jesus Christ. So it really doesn't matter where you think I came from. I'm not making this up. This is something that has happened. This is something that I know to be true in my identity. And the things that I've walked through in my personal life, I know them to be true in my identity, or I know them to be true what they're not. They're not my identity. And so my goal moving forward, the purpose of this is, my goal moving forward is to not come on here, say something, but backtrack in case it doesn't work out for you. Because what I'm going to say will work out for you, because it's not going to be me just saying it. It's not going to be something I thought of. If I say something, it's going to actually not just, it's going to mean something. And it is going to actually do something for your life if you apply it. I believe 9 times out of 10, people will say these things, and if they really believe it, if they're really confident about it, they'll say these things and they'll actually work. But there are some people who prop themselves up to believe like, oh, this will work for you. And then you're in it, in the thick of it, and you're like, oh, this is not working for me. This does not work. Why is this not working? And you go to that person and you're like, hey, this isn't working. And they're like, well, I don't know, bro. This don't work for everybody. You can't just expect me to, like, I don't, ugh. And this is partially why I don't always get up on YouTube and try to find, stuff and try to get a bunch of information from there like that, because some of these people are just wrong. Some of these people don't know, especially important advice. Like, it's different if you're like giving me book recommendations and stuff, but not something that's going to change my life, not no epic dating advice. Don't give me that if your life's a wreck, and then come to me when I'm coming to you and you're like, hey, this don't work for everybody. This might work for you. Like, don't do that. If you're going to do that, at least tell me that before I start watching your video. Don't tell me after I'm invested. I'm 2 minutes invested into you, or, 2 days, 2 weeks, a course invested in you to tell me that this might not work for you. Tell me ahead of time. And so for me, from now on too, that's what I'm going to do, is just I'll tell you ahead of time, like, hey, this might not work for you. But most of the stuff I'm going to say will work for you, because it's not about you and it's not about me, but it's about Jesus. And pretty much every tip that I will mention, name, video that I make, is going to be about Jesus in some way, shape, and form. And it will work for you. I cannot save you. I cannot guarantee you success, but I can guarantee you who Jesus is and what he says, and how it's changed my life. It will change yours. And that's big and small, So, like, for example, something that I believe truly is, if you focus solely on who Jesus is and focus on him and build relationship with him, your life's going to be good. I believe that 100%. Because when you focus on him, he tells you it's not about this life, but the one that's next to come. When you look at yourself in your image, and he says to be like me, you can now look and say, oh, okay, I need to be like Jesus. Okay, what does Jesus look like? Okay, be like him. And the more that you're walking like Jesus, the more that you're trying to be like Jesus, you'll notice that people act different around you, situations transform, your mind even begins to transform, because you're trying to walk like Christ, and Christ said to walk like him. So your life does change, and it does get better, because you'll find an internal peace. People are getting saved, healed, delivered. There's a peace in many people. There's also angry people. But the word also says that this word's going to be true, because you'll see that too. So it's not a lie. It's not cap, And so I am here to tell you, finally, ending point, I am not going to get on this camera and cap to you. I'm not going to get on here and tell you one thing and be like, well, but I don't know. It might not work. Never again. I will not do it. If I'm going to say something, I'm either going to say it and it's real. And if it don't work for you, guess what? You get to come to me and be like, hey, this didn't work for me. You're wrong. I'll be like, well, hold on. I hate being wrong, but I'll accept it. What did you do? How did you do? And I'll build relationship with you. We'll walk with it. And we can actually walk and talk it out if you're willing to do that. Because things that I say, I'm willing to come and be like, hey, I was wrong in that. I didn't know that didn't work. But what I'm going to give you is usually going to be about Jesus. So that's pretty much all I've got to say. It looks like the mail guy coming, so I'm going to go collect some mail. Subscribe, like to the channel. Listen to the EP. New music on the way. God bless you. Have a great day. And yeah, stop listening to these gurus that live one life and then not another. I'm planning on living a life of Christ for real. And I'm doing that every day. Bless you.